Today we're going to be adding fractions using like denominators. Some of these that I'm going to show you right now have whole numbers in them. Some of your homework will have whole numbers, and some will not have the whole numbers, so you'll just do the problem a little differently. You won't do the first step where I use the whole numbers. So for this first one, we have 2 1/5 plus 1 1/5. You're going to take the whole numbers out first and add those up on the side. That will give you 3. And then I can go over to the other side. I'm just drawing a line to separate it. And I have 1/5 plus 1/5, which is nice and easy because the denominator's already like. So that's going to give me 2/5. So now I can add that. 3 plus 2/5, and that will give me 3 and 2/5. Look at another example. Here I have 2 1/5 plus 1 1/2. Again, if you add the whole numbers together, you get 3. In this case, I have 1/5 plus 1/2. The denominators are not alike, so I need to convert them so that they are. First thing I'll ask myself, will 2 go into 5 evenly? It will not. 5 times 2 is 10, and 2 will go into the 10 evenly. So I'm going to convert to 10. And on the homework, it'll ask you to use an equation. What I'm drawing to the right of the line will suffice as your equation. So here on the first one, I had to multiply the 5 by 2 to get to 10. So 1 times 2 is 2. And that gives me 2/10. Over here, I had to multiply by 5 to get to 10. So 1 times 5 is 5. So I end up with 5/10. So here I have 2/10 plus 5/10 equals 7/10. And if I add that in, my answer will be 3 and 7/10. Okay, we'll do another example. This one is 2 4/5 plus 1 1/2. If I take out the 2 and the 1, that again becomes 3. I can draw a line to separate that. And now I have 4/5 plus 1/2. 2 will not go into 5 evenly, but if I multiply 5 times 2, it's 10. And 2 will go into 10 evenly. So I'm going to use 10 as a common denominator. And over here, I had to multiply the 5 by 2, so that 4 times 2 is 8. On the other side, I had to multiply 5 to get to 10, so 1 times 5 is 5. That gives me 8/10 plus 5/10 equals 13/10. Let me make that look more like a 13. So if I have 13/10, that is an improper fraction. So what I want to do is go ahead and convert it. If I have to, I can go and do the math. 13 divided by 10 goes in one time. When I subtract it, I get 3. So I get 1 3/10. Some children can do that step in their head, and that's fine. So I get 1 3/10. I have to remember that I have a 3 over here, and I'll add it in. 1 3/10. If I add them together, I get 4 3/10. So my answer here is 4 3/10. Look at one more example. This one, I'm going to add the 2 and the 5 together, and that will give me 7. Draw a line to separate it out. And now I have 2/3 plus 2/5. 3 will not go into 5 evenly. If I multiply 5 times 2, I get 10. 3 will not go into 10 evenly. If I multiply 5 times 3, I get 15, and 3 will go into 15 evenly. So my common denominator will be 15. So over here, all the way over on the left, I had to multiply by 5 to get to 15. If I multiply 2 times 5, I get 10. Over on the right, I had to multiply by 3, so that would give me 6. So I end up with 10/15 plus 6/15. That equals 16/15. That converts to a mixed number of 1 and 1/15. And if I add 1 and 1/15 over here, I get a total of 8 and 1/15.